The second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California. We've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the LA Chargers and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Oh, heck of a move, man. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn this status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because they can draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Truly one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league, is willing to do whatever it takes to win and plays through a lot of adversity and continues to do it at a high level in his high 30s, trying to make another run to the Super Bowl here in his 17th season.
Number 17. So just 3 yards on the completion there.
A 3-yard pickup.
And it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And Higbee going to have a Rams first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Tui Pelotu, he got in there and met him behind the line of scrimmage.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Stafford. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
So on fourth down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They'll start the drive with Harris. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Short throw to Disley. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Going to run the toss here to Harris. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Herbert. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going for it. This is Harris. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It leads to
have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Second and 10. Stafford now to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Over the middle, complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. 22 yards for Kyron Williams. And the Rams will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
And we'll see if they can bring that pride in the offense this go-around. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete here.
That was well defended. receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
6 yards.
Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Short throw, it's Higbee. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Stafford. Throwing middle, and it's complete. First time that they call his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now Stafford. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
A 3-yard loss.
It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Stafford. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught at the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down and goal to go.
That's how you flip field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Williams again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And this time he is in. scored on the ground and through the air. And the Rams lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Extra point.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Chargers, nothing.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 40.
It's a gain
A
of
nice
17
pickup of
yards.
17 yards.
First down, Chargers.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Herbert going to give to Hampton. Oh, what a juke into space. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
And it's 3rd down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Herbert now. That is caught. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal, Los Angeles.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Harris, touchdown, Chargers.
And how nice is it to have a guy like Najee Harris in the backfield when you get down near the goal line? He can use his 230-plus pound frame to just get you those tough yards, and he finishes things off here with a touchdown run.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score.
So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Rams offense and running back Kyron Williams getting ready for their next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. This one swung out to Williams. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action, Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tuli Pelotu got in and dropped it. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Stafford. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Tuli Pelotu. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Intended for 2-2.
So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now finally got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. A big play there for L.A. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll work inside here, Hampton. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run with Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Herbert running left off the option. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns. PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. Extra point try now from Dicker. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
1st and 10.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 more yards there and another first down.
22 yards. That's another Rams first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd and 6. Stafford. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Stafford going to give this one to Corum. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter one, they struggled. Quarter two here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then, you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Hampton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
And the Chargers.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll find Najee Harris. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now it's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnston. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 14.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. In motion, the tight end. Herbert throwing again. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Rams' 39-yard line.
Harris running straight ahead. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Back to throw here, Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They hand this off to Harris. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie things at 17 all. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 37-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw, Stafford. That's caught, Puka Nacua. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
In motion goes the tight end. Now Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
So
that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Williams is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Stafford now to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee from 3 yards out. And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. But he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
Point after try forthcoming. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. For a little juke. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Herbert now. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Herbert. And this one finds McConkey. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 43-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt.
His kick is no good.
So halftime here out west, let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Rams offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. They start the second half here with Williams. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Throws left side. Atwell's got it. So he stopped for no gain. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, With his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest. And a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Herbert looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now Harris. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3rd down.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 at a Charger 1st.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
And they run with Harris off the option. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got Allen. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
At the 9-yard line.
down.
Touchdown.
A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter.
That ties the game.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The football going back to the Rams now. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 79 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
Rams, 1st down.
A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
A gain of 5.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Here's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for Puka.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Chargers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still second down.
Play action. It's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Finds Johnston. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now, a quick throw there is incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
And 7 yards to go.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Setting up the screen, Harris. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. It feels pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
Now it's Herbert. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the 2 of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. for the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Goal from the 5-yard line.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they will take a 7-point lead. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
A gain of a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a gain of 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
The busy night continues for Williams. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 8. Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now Stafford. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
4th down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Bearcats signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Harris will start the drive out. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it, not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple-option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton, 66 yards. And the Chargers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Stafford. Throw right side, complete to Williams. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Stafford. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. Now a first down carry for Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Loss of a yard.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Herbert. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 9 yards that time.
33-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
13 yards.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They run the option on 2nd down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Herbert now. That is caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Lad McConkey, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 5. Stafford now to throw. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Back to throw. Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
A gain of 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd down and 6 now. Stafford looks to throw again. It's caught here by Adams. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Devontae Adams. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Here's Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tuned up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Stafford. Open net is Atwell, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 21.
12 yards.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Touchdown! A 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit. And they've got a puncher's chance.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Allen's got it complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Now the Rams offense getting the football back. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And that's complete to Adams. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
It's 3rd
Good throw,
and
good
1.
catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there.
He was taken down behind
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that, because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
7 yards.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush, because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Out of the gun, Herbert. Pass out left, finds Johnston. A gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Now Stafford. Pass complete, it's Adams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Now Stafford. He's got that well. That's complete. And thrown down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Line.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
To throw is Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
14 more
That's a nice
yards.
catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Now it's Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive 1st down like they had on the first 3 plays.
He sounded almost disappointed that he won't fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
Stafford. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
To the air again, Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.